Hi everyone, this is Stella from the customer experience team, and today we're going to be talking about recommendations. So what is recommendations? It's one of our products and it helps you increase sales by displaying personalized product carousels throughout your website. Instead of showing the same products to every visitor, it automatically recommends products based on customer behavior, product similarity, sales data, or your own business rules. The goal is to improve cross-selling, upselling, and ultimately increasing your average order value. So here is the initial page, and to find recommendations, we're going to click on here, recommendations. So this would be your configuration page, your dashboard. Here you'll find all the recommendation carousels that you've created. And for each carousel, you can see its name, the recommendation logic it's using, whether it's enabled or disabled, and basic performance metrics like impressions, CTR, and conversion rate. If you ever want to change how a carousel works, you don't need to create a new one. You can simply edit the existing carousels and change its configurations by clicking on the carousels. How to create a new carousel. So let's create a new carousel. Every carousel follows the same configuration process. You decide where you want to display it, decide what products you want to recommend, and apply optional advanced settings like filters or fallbacks. So you would write the internal name. Here is where you want to display it. Where would you like to display it? You can either display it on the home page, the product page, the category page, the shopping cart, a specific page, or a custom page in other. Next, choose its position. So the easiest way is using the visual selector. And the visual selector opens your website and allows you to click exactly where you want to display the carousel. Doofinder automatically generates a CSS selector for you. This is a new process and it's much easier for you to do so. For advanced users, it's also possible to enter the CSS selector manually. Where do you want to show? What do you want to show? This is where we choose the recommendation logic. Think of a logic as the strategy used to decide which products will be recommended. And there are two main groups of logics. So we've got logic for all pages. This would be most popular. This one here. And this logic recommends the most visited products from the last 15 days. It updates once a day and it's perfect for home pages and landing pages. We've also got the bestsellers. This recommends you best-selling products based on sales data from the last 15 days. It requires sales data to be configured though. Keep in mind. We've also got browsing history. This logic is personalized for each visitor. It displays the products that customer has recently viewed during the current session. And we've got custom picks. With custom picks, you decide exactly which products you want to appear. And you can include specific products, you can exclude specific products, you can create custom rules, and you can build promotional or seasonal carousels. Then we have the product page logics, which are these down here. This includes similar products, and this recommends products with similar title, description, brand, and category. This is great for helping customers discover alternative products. We've also got visually similar products. Instead of comparing text, this logic compares product images using AI. It's especially used for fashion, furniture decoration, or any other business where appearance matters. It works in real time too. We've also got people also viewed. And this logic is based on customer behavior. It recommends products that other shoppers viewed after looking at the same product. Because it learns from user behavior, it requires a training period before it becomes available. Lastly, we have frequently bought together. This recommends products that customers commonly purchase together. It's one of the best options for cross-selling, and this logic also requires sales data. Not every logic works immediately, and there are three different situations. The logics that do work immediately are most popular, similar products, and visually similar. There are two logics that require sales data, which is bestsellers and frequently bought together. And this must be configured so Doofinder can track completed purchases. Some require training, for example, people also viewed, which learns from customer behavior, and it analyzes user sessions and retrains every 7 days. While it's learning, you can enable fallback, so the carousel still displays products. Fallback you can activate here. Once we've selected a logic, we can make the recommendations even more precise by using filters, which would be this here. A simple way to think about this is the logic decides which products to search for, and filters decide which of these products should actually be displayed. For example, we could do a filter where you want to display most popular logic, but only Nike products, only shoes, and only products under $100. And this would be where you would add the filters that you want to apply. There are two types of filters. We've got the general filters. These always apply. For example, brand is Nike, color is black, category is shoes. And we've also got the if-then filters, which would be here. These are contextual. For example, if the customer is viewing a Nike product, then only recommend Nike shoes. This allows the recommendations to adapt automatically depending on the product being viewed. We've also got price filters. These options allow you to filter recommendations by price, and these include price range, higher than the viewed product, lower than the viewed product, or a relative percentage above or below the viewed product. We've also got another if-then filter, which is same as viewed. Instead of creating a different carousel for every category, you can simply choose category and then same as viewed. Now the carousel automatically adapts to whichever category or product the customer is currently browsing. It's dynamic and much easier to maintain. The fallback logic helps ensure that your carousel is always populated. For example, if you've configured the carousel to display 10 products, but your selected logic only finds 6, with the fallback enabled, the Doofinder fills the remaining positions using another logic, typically most popular. With fallback disabled, only the 6 available products will be displayed. It's especially useful for newer stores or very specific filters. Before publishing, you can preview your carousel directly inside the configuration page. So it would be here. And this preview lets you check the recommended products, verify that the filter works correctly, detect configurations that may return too few results, and this makes it much easier to validate your setup before going live. Let's go on to analytics. So we'd go into recommendations and go to analytics here. Or we could also go to the home page and press recommendations and check recommendations inside analytics. So obviously, as this is the demo page, we won't be able to see any real data or any data, but keep in mind that your store will have data. So we can measure impressions, click-through rate here, sales generated by recommendations, and the conversion rate. You can also see the performance of each carousel individually, helping you identify which placements and logic perform best. Reports can also be exported as TVS files for further analysis. Lastly, if we go back to configuration, we'll be able to see advanced configuration. And here are some advanced options for your carousels. These include custom CSS, HTML templates, and also the add to cart button, which you can enable or disable. If you're using one of our official plugins, the add to cart functionality is already configured automatically. To summarize, configuring recommendations always follows the same process. First, decide where you want the carousel to appear, then choose the recommendation logic that best matches your business goal. If needed, refine the results with filters or enable fallback to ensure the carousel is always populated with enough results, and monitor its performance through the analytics section to continuously optimize your recommendations. So this was it. Thank you very much. And you always have the Doofinder support page to help you as well.